Right, hello. So we are in Reykjavik, capital city of Iceland. We're on the a9iii, Tamron 35-150, P lens. Just gonna go around and take some street shots. And the best place to start, and right here with the cathedral. So crank that down, and just gonna turn on my audio. Don't need pre-capture on, that's for sure. And I'm gonna go for low shutter shoots, probably one shot, maybe two each. There we go. Ready, and boom, first shot's done. Let's get a nice little straight on and zoom in to 150 and get that church cross. There we go. So we've got some really cool cloud coming in across here, and because it's 9:44 right now, midsummer, well, not midsummer, it's Wednesday 28th of May, 9:44, and it doesn't really get dark in Iceland. So this is actually the car that we've been driving around. So Great British Swim, the Great Icelandic Swim with Ross Edgerly. So back in Reykjavik right now. I'm flying back to the UK for 2 weeks, and then I'll come back. No cars coming. I'm gonna try and get, if the car moves, that'd be perfect. So let's do straight center car. Come on, turn. Turn. 3, 2, 1. Oh, just as the car comes across. Again, 3, 2, 1, boom. And we can get, nope, can't. Car's coming. It's the one thing you've got to be careful of. It's not to be in the road when a car comes. This is also quite interesting because I'm obviously in a foreign city, foreign country. Everyone does speak English, but they don't really care, but I am just walking along speaking to myself. So, be interested to see if I get any weird looks. Oh, that's a really cool house. The thing is with these houses, they're all so vibrant. So up here on the right, we've got this blue house up here, which is so vibrant next to the yellow. We've got green and purple and red. I don't know if 35 is going to be enough for me to capture this. Maybe just, if I go like that. Yeah. This yellow house is really interesting, but I want this red one down here. Let's see if I can get a corner on shot. So I probably should introduce myself, because if you're just clicking into this, you don't know who I am. So I am Benjamin.j.Marshall. I am a professional videographer, photographer, and normally dealing with sport. So I have worked in professional rugby for the last 3.5 years, and I also work with individual athletes, extreme athletes, doing kind of gym / adventure, swimming, CrossFit, everything like that. So it's a bit of a bunch. One thing I'm not an architectural photographer, but I do enjoy street photography. So this is kind of a fun experiment for me, a training ground for me to get better at something that is not my norm. So I'm just going to wander around the capital city of Iceland at 9:47 in the evening and see if we get any cool shots. So this is the church again up here, just up there. I quite like it poking through. Thing is, it's really easy just to point at that and just go, oh, that's awesome, because it's that shot of, boom, done, got that shot. Kind of want to go back onto that main street. I'm kind of lost to where I am. But it's not just, it's also kind of like finding these random little tidbits that I quite like. I'm just spotting something a little bit different, something a little bit unique. like this white picket fence in the middle of the city. It's kind of cool. Just don't know how to capture it. I just don't like it enough. But just, even that's really cool, just having that black 20. Probably can't. Boom. Just that, it's just kind of nice. So, it's more an experiment for me to find interesting things to shoot. And if you're watching, you can listen to me babble on about my thought process behind it, why I like it, why I like some things, why I don't like some things. And a little bit of lo-fi music in the background to help you relax. I have edited these, so, well, at the time I'm shooting this, I've edited them, but by the time you're watching with this, because this voiceover is in real time, they will be edited. I'm planning on doing a before and after, so you can see the colour grade. That's something that I personally really enjoy doing, just editing my photos. Creating these videos and putting them out on YouTube is just a little fun experiment. And I really enjoy watching other people's. And this is a really easy environment for me to capture because I'm doing it anyway and there's no pressure. Whereas the idea is to take you on longer shoots and some of my more bigger campaigns and show you behind the scenes as well. Normally that will be with a second shooter, but this is really cool. But actually this whole house is really pretty cool. Probably haven't got quite long enough lens to get this swirling staircase in, but I quite like just that. This house is just, that house is awesome. Can't get an angle on that. Whereas this is just a nice long, uninterrupted POV shoot around Iceland. And I'll probably Google or search on YouTube and see that loads of people have done street photography around Reykjavik, but it hasn't popped up on my feed just yet. So why don't I try and do something a little bit different? This is a cool bike. I kind of wish that tree wasn't in front of the tyre, but it is what it is. A little bit with this got to go past, and then just boom. There are some really cool vehicles around Iceland, I've noticed. I wonder if the other side looks any good. Yeah, I don't mind it actually. Again, am I going to get... No, that works fine. That's cool. And then just see what else we can find, really. I don't know. I think this is the main street. So keep on going down here. Let's see what we have down this street. It's probably more likely the side alleys will have more interesting little nooks rather than the main street, but I know it gets a bit funky down here. I don't know how people like to be photographed in public, so I probably won't do too much of that because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. That's never the intention. The intention is always just to capture something cool and tell a cool story, never to make people feel uncomfortable. And a random guy walking around with a camera and filming the camera can make people feel uncomfortable. So now that is a cool truck. So that's a Ford F350. I don't see many of those, especially not in the UK. So capturing that. This post is right in the way. Can I get it? Wait for those ladies to move. I kind of want to be further down, but I can probably remove this with... Oh, that's sick. I would love one of those. Actually, is it too big? No, I'd still really like one of those. Definitely would like one of those. Right, so intersection. There's some fairy lights down there, but not much is going on. I think we're gonna go. So this is the Rainbow Road, which is pretty cool. I'm just not sure how to. Maybe I'll shoot from down there straight up with the cathedral in the background, which could look pretty nice. Let's see how that looks. I'll probably get a bit further down. I also need to crank that. There we go. Ooh. Done. Wow, security surveillance. Well, if anyone has a problem with me filming, they should have a problem with that as well. So hopefully they're all good. Oh, that's quite a nice shot. That's quite a cool shot. If I can just zoom in a little bit. There we go. I think it's okay to take photos of people if they're just chilling. Let's see. So we got. What was I on? 400th a second, 2.5 f-stop, ISO 250. It's not yet too much darker, but it is quite cloudy right now, so I can always bump the ISO up a little bit if I need to. Let's see what we can find down here. The thing is, the busier it gets, actually, the less people care about me because it's so busy, there's so much other stuff going on. Ooh, big group of people down there. Is that just a pub? That's crazy. If I had a longer lens, if I had 100 to 400 on there, that would be really cool. But sounds rowdy up there. Let's see what we've got going on. I know the water's edge is down that way, so I think I'm going to head down there and see what the mountains look like as this cloud's coming in. It might have just come over too much and therefore won't help, but you never know. Could be pretty good. Let's wander. Oh, I should probably get a shot of the DJI shop and then tag them, and then maybe they'll send me something. They won't. They won't. DJI have never shown any interest in my work because I don't really use drones. Like when I use drones, they're almost like establishing shots, or I've used them quite a lot in Iceland, but I'm not going to get a DJI sponsorship anytime soon. I would love one because I bought, God, 3 of their drones now, 4 of their drones now. And it has been They're expensive, and I use the gimbals. They make great stuff. The mics. DJI sponsor me. 250. Boom. Yeah. Oh, this guy on the bike. I wonder if I can get a cool shot of him. He's there, so if I run around. 2. Maybe it's there. Taking off. Let's see this goes. Wonder. Get a chance. Maybe. This bus is probably gonna block my view. Maybe not. No, the bus takes off beforehand. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and boom, it's gone. It's annoying. Okay. Well, we tried. Back into this side. And hope and wait. What else we got going on? Here we go. Okay. Anything down there? Nothing particularly fantastic. I like that clock. I like that clock. Reykjavik doesn't have big buildings, I've noticed. They're all low. It doesn't really feel like a capital city. Iceland's just a really unique place, because driving through the countryside, it's like, it's just barren. There's nothing there. So it is quite odd to have just no trees, no vegetation, no bushes. It's just rock and a bit of grass now and again. Oh, it's a biker. Hang on, let's go. Ready. So, don't stop there. No. Where is he going? Is he going to go down here? He is. Okay, can I get this? Oh, yeah. Sick. That worked out perfectly. Okay. Well, I've got one shot I'm happy with today. That's the major plus. Who would have thought I would have met him all the way down here? Right. It's like, there's just no one around. I mean, it is 10 o'clock at night, so I guess this, I think the light is just confusing me, because it feels like 6 p.m. and it's 10 p.m. So I found it really hard to sleep whilst I'm here. Just been awake until like 1, 2 in the morning. So I'm not surprised there's not that many people out. It's also a Thursday. No, is it Thursday? It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. I've lost track of days. So that doesn't help. Can I go across? What do you think? I say yes. Go for a little jaunt across. All good. That's a pretty cool shot. That's a pretty cool shot. Sorry guys, I did actually pull that up to my eye then rather than the chest cam. But I kind of just forgot. These are interesting little seats. Wonder why it does that, but it does. Oh. Ooh, interesting building. Believe this is the Opera House, or maybe it's concert hall rather than Opera House. I think it might be used for more than just the opera. But this is the mountain range I was looking at, and you can see on the side of that building the reflection is coming in, so maybe the sun will show nicely. Also, because I've been living on a boat for the last 2 weeks, it's quite nice to get out and walk around, like 18,000 steps. This is nice, considering my average steps have been like 400. Ooh, that's getting moody. That's looking cool. Let's go and have a look at this. Big warship, or I say warship, it might not be, but it looks mean. Let's go check this out. Head towards the sunrise. Let's see what we can get. Although I should probably be careful about taking photos of Navy ships or anything that's like marine-ish looking, because surprisingly armed forces don't like their things being photographed. That's cool with the masts, that's the word I'm looking for. The masts up. What does that look like? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's get straight dead on. There we go. It's pretty mean. There's a photo. There it is. What else we got going on? If I had, I might be able to do a pan shot of this, so let's crank that to there. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's see if we can stitch that into something. Try and get this whole to one photo on a 35 without having to run all the way back over there. So maybe. I also wonder if I went straight underneath it and shot up. Now this is, I've got a 16 to 35, which would have been great to bring out with me. I just don't want to have 2 lenses with me. But this could look, this might look cool. It might not look like anything. Let's try and find point of interest. That's kind of, yeah. That's something. Probably can't see. Let me do that. Cool. It's funny because these photos might not look good at all. However, if they don't look good, I probably would have cut this bit out. And I should just do it all as one uncut streak. But I don't think I will, because there's not enough context. Not context, there's not enough content, I should say. I'm not taking enough good photos to make it worth uncut for an hour. But if I did, and you're watching this, otherwise I'm just kind of blabbering on to myself. That's kind of nice. With the flags just rippling in the breeze. But yeah, I was saying, if I am cutting these out, then you'll never see these anyway, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So what we got going on down here? Oh, there's the fishbone whale thing over there. So let's go have a wander around and then get a shot of that. That's like a famous landmark around Reykjavik. And we'll shoot over with that in the background. Now, so this a9iii is not designed for landscape photography. This is a sports lens. I use this for when I am shooting professional rugby, 120 frames raw per second, global shutter. It is fantastic, but it is only a 24 megapixel. And I really don't want to say this, but I haven't noticed a great difference. Maybe even a, not loss of quality, but I had the a7 III before I got this. That was my photo camera beforehand. I used an a7S III for video, but I had an a7 III as a photo camera, sold that, saved up and bought this. And I don't know if I really noticed a difference. Probably could have just saved the money. This does have better video because it is global shutter, there's no jello. I do like the settings on it, and this screen is amazing. But is this screen worth £3,000 and a bit? Because I sold my a7 III for like 1,000 or maybe 900, and this was like 4,300 I think I bought it for. I know that's a discounted price. I don't know if it was. I kind of want to try out the A7R5 because same body as this, so you've got the same rotating screen, but you have 64 megapixels, I think it is. And I just feel that for cropping in would be amazing. I need to try it. This lens though, the 35-150, so I borrowed this lens from London Camera Exchange autumn last year for the Autumn Internationals. Thank you very much, London Camera Exchange, they were very kind to let me borrow it, and it was amazing. I then bought the Samyang 35-150 because it was a little bit cheaper, or I was looking at it and it was £100 cheaper. It wasn't really the reason. The reason why I got it was because people were saying it was a parafocal, so therefore when anything was in focal at 150, it'd also be in focus at 35. And for video work, I thought, brilliant, I'll do that. However, this lens, the Tamron that I'm using right now, because I've bought this one as well, this doesn't creep. No lens creep, and it's not locked. The Samyang creeps like a bitch. And the problem with that is, if you're set up with 35, that means every time you get it, you're always on 150. Every time you pick up the camera, it's always on 150. And that's really annoying. Really annoying for walking around. And I think that Tamron, in this lens setup, just built a better body. Yeah, I use Sigma a lot. I've used Samyang, I've used Tamron, and I keep coming back. Samyang and Tamron do incredible lenses. Sorry, Sigma. they all do incredible lenses. The Samyang is a great lens. However, I prefer the Tamron build quality. Just how it is. Looks like there's a group of people up here, so don't know if I'm about to get a photo or not. Let's have a look and wander around, and then we'll wander back up into town. Although sunset's that way, and I'm going to be walking that way, which isn't as good. So, see, this is where I don't know if I'm going to get the shot I want. I'm going to do a panning shot from here. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Stitch this all together, and maybe you'll see this as a photo. Actually, you can see the rain. Wow. You probably can't because you're not super wide, but there is a space in between, just there, and you can see the downpour going on, the light behind it. That's amazing. It's not going to do it justice. And I've got these buildings blocking the view. Wow, that is incredible. Well, let's try taking a photo. Let's see what we get. But that's just, oh, that's impressive. It looks like a tornado is coming in, that peel down. Right. Let's head over to this memorial thingy-majiggy. I think it is meant to be a Viking ship, but it has kind of whale vertebrae features. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And I wonder if people will get a photo of it or not. Again, I don't really like getting people in the photos that don't want to be in the photos. not that it really matters. How many times have you been out in public and someone's been taking a photo and you know you're going to be in it, but they're just taking a photo of. It just seems, I think, because I've got the GoPro and then because of the, well, do normal people who don't like photography know what a professional camera is? Probably not, but it looks impressive. And so maybe people feel more self-conscious about being photographed when they think the camera's better, whereas if it's an amateur that people don't mind. I don't know, that's an interesting question. Why do people mind? The weird thing is, it's like, I actually don't want you in my photos. Very rarely do I actually want to take a photo of, I never want to take a photo of an individual. It's more of a, there's a person around and about, and I want to take a photo at the time. Oh, this guy up ahead has a tripod and a camera bag. Maybe it'd be cool. Maybe I'll have a cool conversation with him. Or maybe it's really awkward because he thinks I'm a wannabe with this. Who knows? Maybe I'll never catch up to him. Maybe I will. See what he's working with and see if it's a conversation piece or not. But let's go up and see what we've got. Maybe. Yeah, let's go have a chat. I'm gonna steal your idea.
Weird, man.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool play.
That rainfall coming down behind. Kinda wanna go. Let's get. That's kinda cool, but I need to get further back. Let's go. Hopping over rocks, I'm hopping over rocks. Hi ho, Harry-o, please don't fall over. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's crank my f-stop down. So check it out, that looks awesome. It would look pretty cool if people weren't in the shot, but can I go further back? Get a bit more of it in. Maybe that's the shot. It's kind of cool actually with the girl in it. But there we go. Maybe I'll generative remove, although there's no way AI is going to get rid of her, but it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Kind of want to get, I can't get further left because of this rock. So this is as close as I'm going to be able to get it. There we go. I think I'm pretty happy with that. There we go. Yeah. Pretty stoked. I wonder if I can get, oh, of course now she's gone. I can remove everyone else. Now, there we go. Let's go dead on here, straight down. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that could be cool. Let's do Bang, straight down. Cool. That worked out better than I thought it would. Right. So that's the church. Let's wander up there again, I guess. Just need to have to figure out how to cross this road. Unless I can find a cool car to get a pan. Ooh, they've stopped. Do I risk? Kids, don't do this at home! Running across the road, running across the road, running across the road. And same with this one. Yeah, okay. And done. Is jaywalking a thing in Iceland? I don't know, but I just did it. Can I get a shot through? No, I don't like it. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay not to take the shot. But those clouds looking extra juicy over there, so can I get around? I feel there's something with this I could do, just because you just don't see names like this in the UK. Can I get that in a cool angle? Yeah, I can. Boom. And it's weird because I nearly didn't come back out. I nearly thought, I don't want to put the camera on. I don't want to start speaking in front of people because they'll think I'm weird. Because you always hit comments, but don't get hit by the car. Woo. Wrong way around. Crank that shutter down. Let's go 60 and pop the outside a little bit. So that's interesting to get the sky. I can probably bring the highlights back, so I'm gonna stop there. I actually quite like it closer. There we go. And then we'll do that. Hey.
Is it going well, taking pictures?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you live in Iceland?
No, just visiting.
Do you like taking pictures?
Yeah, dude, it's good.
Find some cool spots to take pictures.
Yeah, down there with the background, it's epic.
Bye.
Epic.
I love you.
See you, bud. Oh, Kai just said he loved me. That's real sweet. So this is the thing. I think I was just saying I didn't think I wanted people like judging, I guess, but in a weird way, people are just really friendly, and sometimes they ask questions. I think, I don't know, maybe it's confidence, maybe it's just not caring as much as I get a little bit older. But actually, there's loads of detail on that. I quite like it. Kind of looks like a minion. That's quite funny. But that's yeah, I don't know, that's quite nice. I promise you I didn't time that up. I was just saying how I was worried people would judge me, and then this random kid just says, you know, just chats to you. I think people are more intrigued rather than rude. I think I always get worried. I used to get worried when I was taking photos of people in crowds at rugby games. I'm like, but one, this is like, I'm employed to do this as my job. And secondly, you come into the stadium, like, you're a fan, you're wearing the kit, like, you probably want to be photographed. I don't know, maybe it's weird, second guessing, but I've just noticed now, like, if someone's unhappy, they don't want their photo taken, they'll just tell you. And you like, just apologise and explain, or sometimes they want to know why you're taking a photo of them. And
Sorry.
also, everyone else is really friendly, so I don't think it matters too much. I'm gonna go across again, I think. I think it's my journey to rock. I don't really know the rules of the road over here. Apparently Iceland is third happiest country in the world, That's what everyone keeps telling me. And they all seem very polite, so I don't think I have too much to worry about, really. So like, that's so cool, but I can't really, my photo just doesn't do it justice. So maybe not. Okay. Let's see what else we can find around here. Okay, we're back, I think, towards that main street that we were on. Don't think there's much going on that way. Let's go this way and see what we can get. A bit further into town, slightly different angle. I've done like a big old loop. Let's see what comes up on the giant penguin behind bars. That's different. That's unusual. Can I capture that in a meaningful way? Not really. Take it just in case, but not really. No, penguin, it's puffin. Puffin. There is so much cool street art, just on the side of buildings. I don't know if this is like Melbourne, Australia, where it's allowed and encouraged, or whether this is artwork paid for by the city. But there's some really beautiful artwork. It doesn't seem too much graffiti though. It does seem more like artwork and murals. That's just quite a cool shot, just of the little red door. Little tiny red door, just boom. There's a super sweet smell in the air. I think it's this place here with the devil horns with hot chocolate. Yeah, could be that or 10:30. Oh, 10:25. Might see what's around this corner and then start heading back. That's cool. There you go. You're just getting a tour of Iceland right now, if you're still watching, which you're probably not. But then again, I don't need to say that, because if you weren't watching, you wouldn't hear it. So I can just treat everyone as they are watching. See, like this house here, incredible artwork all over it. I just don't think this lens is big enough to capture it. You try. No, or perspective-wise, it's gonna be all over the place. Let's try and do a 4-panner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see what that does. But I'm gonna. Have I gone over the rainbow? No, I haven't. I definitely haven't. Let's see what else we got. Oh, a greenhouse. How interesting. Another puffin. I don't know if the puffin is like is the puffin the national bird of Iceland, do we think? Sounds like a pretty good guess. Let's see. see what's going on. It's a lot of live music. A lot more live music than I thought there would probably be. But again, this is I guess this is the main street in Iceland. This is where it's all happening. This way. Quite like this sign, but I'm probably at the wrong angle to shoot that. Let's see what's going on up here after that. Let's have a look. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay, so this is the main street, because there's the Rainbow Road. And there's, crank it down, crank you down. Yeah. I think we're probably done for the evening, guys. Might be running out of time to record on my camera anyway. 50 minutes. If you stayed around for 50 minutes, thank you so much. I'm not sure if you've enjoyed my babbling or whether you've enjoyed the photos, but it's there for you to enjoy as you go. I'm just gonna wander back to my hostel. It's not really a hostel, it is a hotel, single room, but with how much traveling I'm doing at the moment, I'm trying to save money as much as I can when it's not necessary to spend. So as long as I have a secure place to put my head down, does it need to be a £150 hotel room, or can I go to a single room that's £70 and save that £80? I'm going to choose to save those £80 and put it towards better use. So we'll hang on to that cash for the moment. Also, Iceland. Hi, kitty. Hi. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. You are not going to say hi to me though, are you? No? Can I get a photo of you? No, settings are too dark. Kitten? There are so many cats around here, and there's some really pretty ones. Hey baby, where you going? When I was walking around earlier, I saw probably like 11, and I was like, oh, I'll get loads of portraits of cats, and I haven't seen one since I've been out with my camera. So, just to wrap up the chatting about this lens, the 35 to 150, it is great. I really do love it because of the flexibility it gives me. 35 is there's a cat. 35 possibly is a little too zoomed in for if you're planning on doing anything up close. But for me, for sports, oh, big stretch. Can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh, you're gonna go straight. Hello. Can I say hi? Hey. Hi. Yes. Hello. You have a good night now. Yeah, if you're doing anything up close, you need full body. I think that cat only had one eye. And maybe 35 is a little too zoomed in, and that's where the 24 to 70 comes in. But to get 24 to 35 it's a nice focal range to have. But that's 70 to 150. Oh my gosh. I use this zoomed in so much, and it's fantastic. Like just seconds like, let's look at snaps. So right here where Snaps is, behind the car, took a photo, and boom! Like that, focal range is woo! It's just insane. Like looking at that, to be able to have that amount to zoom in is amazing. I decided not to take a photo of those guys because maybe judging, but I felt those were the kind of gentlemen that might not want their evenings documented. So yeah, chose not to take that photo, even though they've gone around the corner now. It doesn't matter. But it's quite a cool house. Another picket fence, another white picket fence. Can't. If this car wasn't here. Quite like that bike though. Just shot in between. Can I get that? Saying that Iceland is one of the happiest places in the world, it also seems like one of the safest. I don't know any figures about knife crime, but I've seen just bikes just not padlocked up on the side of the road. Nice bikes. There doesn't seem to be any vandalism. Yes, okay, there's graffiti, but again, I don't think graffiti is actually a negative thing. It's very clean, a little bit of litter. This is probably maybe I was noticing it now, but really not that much. I kind of feel like I'm out of Reykjavik now. Like this is all just like houses. And I was on the main street just a couple of blocks away. So maybe I'll try and take a kind of cool shot of the house. And we just need to bring that skyline in again. And yeah, let's I think we're gonna call a day there, guys. So if you made it to the end, oh, okay. You are beautiful. Come on, give me something. You got such nice socks. Kitten? Okay, you're ignoring me. Right, as I was saying, if you made it to the end of the video, super appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was somewhat enjoyable, maybe a little educational. If you enjoyed listening to me ramble, I do these every now and again, and I put a lot more on my Instagram than I do on my YouTube, but this is on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I put a lot more shorts on there. I get collaborations with a lot more of the content I create, a lot more fast paced. This is very chill. But if you want some more chill stuff, then these will be popping up every now and again. I do want to put more emphasis on the work that I'm doing, which is more exciting for me personally. But if this is your thing, every now and again, these will pop up. Every time I'm in an interesting place, every time I'm in a city for a night, stopping over, walk around, take some photos and throw the GoPro on. So thank you very much. Appreciate you, and more camera stuff to come.